Hey there, Miss Bodyguard. I've noticed that you dropped your phone lately, and I want to give it to you.
Who do you prefer more? Do you prefer me or Lumiere?
Zayne wants to tell you something, miss. Those penguins are a couple, as long as it's from a—
Hey there, Professor. What's happening today? Just making another video? I must be the sexy husband.
Hey, Captain Caleb here with another how to survive tactic. If you get what I mean, you get what I mean.
It's that time of year again. It's Valentine's Day. And we got a topic to show you on Shojo Sunday. It's a bit of a topic. You might be here for a long time. Grab a quick drink and a snack and settle yourselves in for this Valentine's Day special. So, the topic we're gonna discuss is an otome game. It launched in 2024-ish, but it's like overcome popularity and has like seen the light of day, but also it's just everywhere. And the guy I'm cosplaying is possibly one of the biggest love interests of the game. I'm talking about Love in Deep Space. And I am cosplaying Caleb from Love in Deep Space. Okay. A little bit of TDLR and like some rules to overcome before this video starts, I guess. There is going to be game spoilers. This one, I've got to tell you something. This one's spicy. This game is so spicy. Like, the Scoville chart is like... So, like, if you're young, wait until you're older to play it. But if you're 18 plus, like myself, I'm nearly 30, by the way. I'm nearing 30 than like a lot of people, but like I'm nearing 30. I'm 27 next, but like my 30s are gonna come creeping behind me, if you get what I mean. So like, if you're in the 18 plus category, you can celebrate with me. Yeah. Also, another thing, just be respectful. This is just in regards to the fandom and stuff, because the fandom is a bit, if you get what I mean. I'm hardly in it that much. I just cosplay Zayne and Xavier, and that's really it. I'm hardly in it because I enjoy this fella. Wait, let me just show you who I enjoy. So that we're all clear. I am an avid enjoyer of this guy. But I also love this guy just as much, but not as much as this guy. So that there will be a recurring theme of him being along as well. But there is a lot of controversy behind Caleb as well, but I will cover that within the video, like probably later on, if you get what I mean. Also, guys, don't dox the English VAs. They have like contracts and stuff, so like they're like, it's like hidden identities. So like, I don't want to come on here and say like, oh yeah, Silas has been in adverts, but like, keep that to yourself. We don't want to find out the guys' identities. Like they got to keep it hidden, you know, for like protection and like laws and stuff. But the only VAs I'm aware of are, I think they name the Chinese, Korean, and Japanese voice actors anyways. Also, I'm gonna be real, why did they make the villain characters really hot? This is about, like, what's it, Silas was low-key a villain for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, MC kind of changed him. but like it kind of depends on like the lore of the stories and stuff, etc. But I think Viper's fit. This is like villain character. I'm like, yeah, Viper's fit. If they make him into a love interest, I swear to God, it's taking me back to my Tokyo Mimi days. So like, I don't know, Viper's fit. So I'm gonna jump in on the lore. So you get introduced to an MC. You make your own MC. Obviously, the main character player is female, and there's a little bit of quirks here and there, and like you get introduced into like hunting academy, and you fight wanderers, and so like the wanderers are like attacking the city. Wanderers are like extremely hard to fight unless you like train your cards up. So like, for example, I'm still stuck on a level because one of the bosses is really hard, and like I need more XP and like more time on like buffing up you know who. Wait, let me just find him. I need to buff up him because he's really good in combat, and also he's really good in combat. So like they're both really good at combat, if you get what I mean. So there's that. I also love the inclusivity and how inclusive the character customization is. So like you can have POC characters and like all sorts of hairstyles. So that's like a big win for this game anyways. But like I feel like it needs like more appreciation and not make it glitch too much, if that makes sense. Also with customization, you also get like your own outfits and stuff for like whenever you unlock like different parts of the game, for example. So one of my favorite outfits is like the red dress. It's kind of like similar to the dress that I've shown you on my Cosplans video. When I did this Cosplans video as Raphael, so it's there, it's somewhere there. Anyways, I thought I would introduce you to the characters. You get introduced to Mr. Sleepy. I call him Mr. Sleepy, or the baby as he's known. It's like a little nickname. I'm pretty sure the fandom refers to him as the baby, because he is like very baby-like, but he's got a confusing age, if that makes sense. I'm talking about Xavier. Xavier is really cute. He's probably like the first love interest you get introduced to, but he's like also like a work colleague, like you're both hunters together, even though he's like hiding like a big secret, that kind of thing. So yeah, Xavier kind of confuses me a little bit, but like he's very cute. He's very, very sweet. He kind of reminds me of Fix-It Felix Jr. from Wreck-It Ralph. Only I can see this. If anyone else has the exact same opinion as me, like for like Xavier being like very similar to the guy from Wreck-It Ralph, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? Xavier would be your type if you're like really, really cutesy boys. So like very, very cutesy, like sort of like a honey senpai kind of role, kinda. But like Xavier's like showing like a little more like older traits. So like I'd say he was like under the prince type. I'd say he'd be under the prince type, like Shojo protag, if you get what I mean. So it's like prince like, but very, very cutesy. Kinda like the gym teacher from Tomo-chan is a girl, so like his like personality and stuff, but he's also like, I feel like he's very effeminate as well. this is just my headcanon, but like we're gonna go with it anyways. Xavier. This is just my take. I think Xavier is autistic. And now I leave the room. No, I'm joking. I'm back. But like, that's just my little headcanon for him. He talks about plushies a lot. And he talks about space and stargazing, and a lot of the fandom think he's like some sort of alien, like some sort of alien life force from like a different planet. There hasn't been any alien myths of him yet, which is weird because I want an alien myth of him really bad. Because like I feel like it's written for him to be like very alien and stuff like that. Wait. Sorry, my notes went. He's possibly really cuddly and like really soft boy, but like deep down, he's like got like very powerful. He's got like very powerful, like light evil, and like it's very strong. Can take out like wanderers in like seconds, just like that. I think his human age is possibly 23. I'm gonna aim it for 23. But if I'm wrong, you guys might like correct me, but I think it's 23. But like I'm not sure what his like spiritual age is. I'm gonna have to work that out for another video. As much as I love Xavier and like his character, he has a lot to take on. Some of the 5-star cards, though, of him are a bit... Hello? Are a bit... I'm gonna have to get that Schofield chart. Silas, where's the Schofield chart? We need the Schofield chart again, so, like, Xavier's cards are like... if you get what I mean. But it's like a myth where he's, like, a great prince. So there's a bit of lore behind that. He is a Libra star sign. His evil power is light. So like light, so like he uses light to like kill wanderers and stuff. So like he's very good and tactical, but he's just so sleepy. He's so sleepy. And then you get introduced to Dr. Zayne. Dr. Zayne's evil is ice. He's basically like Elsa from Frozen, which is funny. He's Virgo. I wasn't really into Dr. Zayne much when I first started this game because I just found his story like really boring. But like, if you look at the main character story of Zayne, I believe he gave me the feels. That's all I can say. He gave me the feels because he like uses evil and stuff, and like he's got like scars on his hands from using his evil because like he gets really cold hands. You know the song, tell me why your hands are cold? Yeah, it's that. That's Dr. Zayne. I think I suit Dr. Zayne the most out of all the love interests I've cosplayed. Because I wear glasses. So like typical Dr. Zayne, yeah. I'm surprised I'm not a Zayne man, to be honest. But I'm slowly warming up to his character, and like I keep getting his 5-star cards, so like I'm just chill with that. So yeah, if you see me cosplaying Zayne at a con, this is what I'm used to. So I think he's the most chill out of all the love interests, if I'm honest. He's like not. He kind of does have like. He's obviously childhood friends with MC. And like MC and Zayne are like childhood friends. Like kind of like on the similar level to him and Caleb, kinda. Was it? I'm sure there's some sort of love triangle out there that's happening with Dr. Zayne, MC, and Caleb. Like, there's some sort of love. That's what I think, anyways. I just, if you get what I mean. And you get introduced to Raphael. Raphael is a brat. That's all I can say. Raphael is a pure brat. He's lovable, but he's like a pure brat, if you get what I mean. Raphael is an artist by trade, but there's more to the story. He's a Lumerian, so that's like it's like a series of fish people. So like you get fish people within Lumeria. That's where he's from. He's a bit of a drama queen, but he's so funny and relatable. There's like a story where he goes about, he's like injured himself in hospital, and he like talks about how fat the fish are to MC, and it's really funny. But he's one of those guys that gives MC every nickname under the bus, and he also can be a bit flirty at times. And then he's just like, the introduction to Raphael is really funny as well. So like you got like the story, and like MC's trying to catch like a fish for this young boy, and Raphael appears. He just like straight up appears out of nowhere, and then he disappears. And the little boy was like, "Thanks for helping me find the fish." And Raphael's like, "I don't know you. Miss Bodyguard was trying to protect me." And then you've got, so something happens with your MC like halfway through the next story. She gets kidnapped by a couple of baddies, but like somebody tall and handsome comes to save MC. His name is Silas, and he's got like two henchmen called Luke and Kieran, and he's also got like a pet crow called Mephisto. So there's that. Let me just say, I call Silas Big Boy because he is a big boy. He's like the tallest out of all the love interests, and like you can't not love a tall man. Silas kind of reminds me of like, if you ever seen shoujo pro tags that are like really tall, sort of like Mori Senpai from Aaron. Like, yeah, that's just like very Silas coded. His evil is energy manipulation. So it's like dark matter, but like it's a little bit like Caleb's kind of evil, but like not 100%. But it's more like dark magic kind of stuff. He has won one of the awards that Silas has won is sexiest man in China. Sexiest fictional man in China. He's beaten Caleb. I'm surprised he's beaten Caleb, because it was Caleb's top thing for like a while, and then Silas was like, "No, you're not having it." So like Silas was like, "Nope." So Silas's myths are, there's one where he's a dragon, and there's one where he's like a vampire. So like the vampire is the most recent myth. Really good at combat, and like very, very wholesome in some of the cards. I heavily relate to Silas because we're both Aries, and like I don't know. The story of him and MC kind of follow the lovers to, what's it, it's more the enemies to lovers trope, so there's that. If you've watched Beauty and the Beast, that's just kind of, that's kind of MC's and Salus's relationship, in my opinion, so there's that. Then I gotta address the elephant in the room, and that is Caleb. So Caleb, he's Gemini. Something tells me that this game was coded for the Aries people. Because, like, a lot of the main love interests so far are, like, mainly, like, really strong, like, connections with, like, Aries. If you get what I mean. But it can work out for any star sign, to be honest. But Caleb is Gemini. Caleb's default is gravity manipulation, so, like, that's air. I'm saying this, Caleb is really well written character out of all the 5 love interests. I love his relationship with MC the most. You can make the relationship whatever you want it to be. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I'm not here for fights or like that. I'll be honest, Caleb's storylines and like the cards make me cry. Like it's worse than Zayne. Like I cried at Zayne's, but I also cried at Caleb's. But Caleb's is just as sad, if you get what I mean. But like I think Caleb's cards are like really, really sad. Now, I see both MC and Caleb as childhood friends. Obviously, he was taken in by MC's grandma, because Caleb's mum and dad have obviously died. And, like, then you wonder if MC's parents had, like, the exact same fate. So there's that. There is a bit of controversy depending on like where you're playing it and that kind of thing. So like Gigi is like it's like an old it's like a term for like older brother figure, if that makes sense. So like some people might see it as like a brother and sister thing. It might be like a brother and sister trope. Sometimes that can be like a popular category within Shojo anime. Now, I don't really cover it that much because it's not really my type of thing, if that makes sense. But I do see them more as like childhood friends. Obviously, Caleb has been taken in by grandma. Like, first of all, give Caleb a rest. There is a lot of other cars where like they are dating, so like you can focus on that, but like don't let it get too much for you, if that makes sense. I've also put down on here there might be a rumored 6 love interests, but I don't think there is. I don't think it'll happen. I've just put it on like a little note. I'm like rumored 6 love interests, but like, who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Viper? Infols, is it gonna be Viper? they're gonna take Viper and be like, make him a love interest. But I don't see that happening. We haven't had a Capricorn or an Aquarius love interest yet. But like, unfold. You got the time, haven't you? I do want to see some other element that they're going to use. But I feel like it might be a bit too late to introduce a 6th love interest into the game, because you've got the 5 guys already there. Unless they like develop the story. I'm not really sure how it's gonna do this, but anyways. I'd like a little bit more disability representation as well. There is a little bit of lore behind Caleb's arm. So, like, within the main story, Caleb apparently passes away during an explosion. That's not the truth. Actually, Caleb ends up being alive, but his arm is like, was it? He gets like a metal arm, and like he learns how to use that, and like it hit me in the field so much, I cried. So that's the Caleb arm lore. I think if a sixth one was probably introduced, I feel like he would be like some sort of villain that's against the guys, but like I don't know how you pronounce it, but like, what are you guys' thoughts about having a sixth love interest? Like, I'd like to know what your take is on it, and just like, you get me. So I thought I'd look at the different game modes whilst we're here as well. So obviously you can decorate his office. Every now and then they will release an event based on your character. It kind of depends on, like, with gacha games, so like it kind of depends on like what your look is within the game. So there is it's Chinese New Year and Valentine, so it's like a 2-in-1 event. I missed out on Catch 22 because I joined the game in like October last year. I wish I joined Catch 22 because I love the outfits for Catch 22. Very, very scary, if you get me. So you will interact with your guy at like Destiny Cafe. So they give you gifts, you can interact. The remind me stuff is for like period trackers for my AFAB people. Unfortunately, some people have a lot of medical issues, so like it can be a bit unpredictable, if that makes sense. But it's good for tracking like the dailies and like that kind of stuff, basically. The what to eat is just reminding yourself to eat. Zayne says, oh, what's it? I get a notification from Zayne. Your takeout is here, and I'm like, thanks. So I'm getting like noodles later. The tete is for like personal problems. So like if you're having like a bit of a down day, you can just vent and just like talk about into it. You just gotta press a button and just have a little chat with you if you're honest. And they also introduce you to like parents and friends and stuff. It's just like, what is this game? What is it? You can listen to his heartbeat, so like it can change like very daily. You also have work, training, sleep and study. Some people use the AR mode. The AR mode is very, very cursed, so it's a bit like, you get what I mean? You'll raise them to different affinities, so like with mine, most are level 50, which I'm like shook, because I was like, I'm not gonna raise them to level 50, but then all of a sudden I've raised most of them to like level 50. I'm like nearing 100 for some, but like I think Silas has got the highest level. He's nearing to level 55 because he's special. Now for dates, you've got different modes. So you've got the follow for you. Sometimes it's like the 5-star dates, and sometimes it can be like story related. It kind of depends on the affinity you've got for your man. It kind of depends on your look and how many wishes you get. Warning, it does cost you a bit. I have so many 5 stars from Silas and Caleb. It's cursed. I also have some from Zayne. Zayne's like slowly popping up into like my 5-star ranking. He's just like, I'm just gonna slowly pop up. It's just like, what you can do is you can level up memories for like combat, so like when you fight enemies, so like you can fight like different boss fights for like the bounty hunt, that kind of thing. Like you fight warriors, wanderers, that kind of thing. My favourite is Lemonette, because Lemonette is so silly. You can do journal, so like the journal pages, you can like make your own journal entries and stuff like that. And then you've got secret times, and you've got the tender moments and secret times. So like they're both, you need headphones to listen to them, so they're quite good to like level your character up, that kind of thing. And word of warning, some are spicy. I'm going to talk about the playtime cards. So the playtime cards are really fun. So you get card games, and you get I believe you get, you do kitty cards. So kitty cards are, it's a bit like chess kinda, but like you get rewards and stuff. Silas and Caleb are really good at cheating on it, so like watch yourself when you play kitty cards. And I think Raphael cheats a little bit as well. My favourite thing about 11 Deep Space is the grabbing machine. At first I was like, grabbing machine? I'll be shit at this. No, I'm not. I'm really good at it. I am the best grabbing machine player possibly ever. But like, I need like more practice with like the 2-pronged one, if that makes sense. But like the plushies are so cute. But I am so jealous of Miniso in Indonesia, because they've started selling the plushies with like the cactuses and stuff. UK Miniso. You've got the photo booth. The photo booth is really fun, and I want to show you my masterpieces on here. So like, I will be showing the photo booth masterpieces, like little clips of stuff, and just like, yeah, a lot of it's just memeable. And then for the lads' 2-year anniversary, it was like kind of like giving Star Wars mention kind of thing, but that's just kind of like been and gone. We've also got like a Sims house update, so it's kind of like The Sims now, but like you get to plant flowers and it's really fun. I think another thing I love about this game is the music. So I really enjoy Silas's and Caleb's themes. I really enjoy Silas's. So you got the, what was it? I think it's the Falling for You theme, and I think it's Secret Times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Secret Times, because that is very iconic and like very, very, very spy-like. So that's very like up Silas's road. But Caleb's is very memorial and I'm also going to give you some fun facts. Before Silas was called Silas, he was meant to be called Damien. I'm kind of glad he suits Silas more, because I don't think a Damien would suit the game, if that makes sense. So like a Damien wouldn't suffice. So like Damien. Sorry, my stomach's been real loud. That's because I've eaten an apple. So Damien, I don't think he suits it, Damien. I think he suits Silas more. I want to talk about different myth predictions as well. So with Caleb, I can see an angel myth happening, like some sort of like angel myth where he's like a big winged human. So he's like a big winged angel. Info, make it happen. Make it happen for the third myth. Like, let the angel thing happen. But there's like also like some sort of like Adam and Eve lore being talked about in the fandom, that kind of thing. So I don't know. But I'm very excited about the mythology chapters and like what they're doing for Chinese New Year and Valentine's Day. So there's that. The Raphael one is kind of giving Jinshi and Mao vibes, so you get what I mean. Here are my rankings for the game. 9 out of 10, mainly for the sort of stories and the dates and like the plot line, that kind of thing. 4 out of 10 for storage reasons. He's eating most of my phone. I'm sorry. He's eating most of my phone storage. Just like it. I give the fighting a 7 out of 10 because I've kind of gotten used to it. I was going to give it a lower score because I didn't really like it when I was first introduced to it. But as soon as I played more of it, I've kind of gotten used to the fighting and like the lore and stuff. So there's that. I want to know in the comments who your Love and Deep Space mains are. I want to thank you guys for watching my Love and Deep Space special. If you want me to cover another otome game, my suggestion box is open from Instagram. So the start, I will be making like a suggestion box highlight for like mainly shoujo related anime, manga, games, that kind of thing. So like I will be introducing that slowly, if that makes sense. My next Shojo Sunday episode, we are looking at the 2 biggest shoujo animes of all time. Well, not of all time, but like of recent years. So like we've got Frieren and we've got Apothecary Diaries. So we'll be judging them against each other and like seeing which one is better, which one I prefer. So there's that. Do you play Love and Deep Space? What are your thoughts on it? Just keep it chill in the chat. I will be monitoring the comment section for like a few like things and stuff like that. So that is me over and done with. I hope you've enjoyed the Love and Deep Space special, and I will be back again with a new Shojo Sunday in March.